Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Hot Toys Talk. I'm Paul.
I'm Tom.
And today we're going to be talking about, since it's the end of the year approaching, it's a special two-parter. We're going to be talking about all the figures. In this part one, we're going to talk about all the figures that we saw in 2016 and we loved, even the figures that we got. We're going to be talking in detail of some of the figures that we really liked.
Yep.
And also part two will be the figures we're looking forward to going into 2017. Yep. So right off the back, I'll start with the figure. My first figure I got, or first set of figures I got this year, was Han Solo and Chewbacca, and I thought that was a brilliant set. That was my first, even my first Star Wars figures, and my first two-pack of the year. My first two-pack before that was last year's, and that was obviously Robocop.
That was a Robocop.
But yeah, definitely right off the back, Han Solo and Chewbacca, they were my first figures of the year, followed by Obi-Wan Kenobi, and that was soon followed by
Luke Skywalker.
That was followed by the Sand Trooper. And then I got Leia, and then I got Darth Vader. So Darth Vader came, I think, before. Actually, Darth Vader came before Luke.
Yep.
So it was Darth Vader, then Luke, then Sand Trooper, then Leia. And I also got the Batmobile, which is an older figure. It never came out this year, but in my collection, I finally got a hold of the Batmobile.
Yep.
Then also I got the two-pack Batman Returns set, and also got Kylo Ren, and not to forget Superman for Batman v Superman. I actually got a lot of figures this year. I really did than last year. Last year I was really poor. I never got a lot of figures last year, poorly collecting. But this year I think I did I think I did really well. I did really well in terms of figures.
Yep.
I've bought a lot of figures this year. You were a wee bit behind this year because you had a holiday and.
I had a holiday, yeah. I had a holiday and had to obviously save up for that. So. But
some of the figures I saw this year, I was amazed by. I still am. I still love ones that I didn't get. I really wanted to get. I love the look of Deadpool. Deadpool was released. So a lot of people have him already. He's supposed to be here, and he's supposed to be here this week or next week, in comic book stores. But I really missed out on Deadpool. I really totally missed out on him. I'm sure I can track him down somewhere, but the one that I just had to say, like, I've got a lot this year, I cannot get any more, I have to turn down, was Deadpool. Unfortunately, the fact that you couldn't change the eyes, I thought that was a critical, but I really did. I had to. There was just no other way. Sometimes some figures that you're looking at, especially now that we're pre-ordering them ahead, because Jim's not getting them in anymore. Like A1 Comics aren't getting them in now because of as we were talking about, the prices have gone up. And so that if you really want them, you pre-order them in the store, especially your local comic book store, and that way you can have them, your own.
At a reasonable price.
At a reasonable price, and a lot are coming for next year. But for this year alone, the one that I really kind of wanted to get was Deadpool. I had to look at him and say, do you know something? I'm just going to have to turn him down. There's a lot of Force Awakens ones that I want. I'd rather put. You say, what do you want? Put it in front of it. And to be honest with you, my Batman v Superman, I kind of wanted to put that in front of it. And I also wanted to put Force Awakens. So logically, I just decided, something, I'm going to have to push Deadpool aside, and I'm just going to have to no get him.
And I just had to be.
As hard as it is, I mean, there's a lot of figures out there. Hot Toys are flinging them out, and it's a lot hard for collectors, especially the ones if you want. You realise at a point where the only other way you can do it is if you just come to a sense where I'm going to have to just basically say, I want this, but I don't want that.
Yeah.
But Deadpool for me was the one that I really liked, and I'm not going to get him. There was a lot of other ones that we saw that I liked that came out, especially some of the Stormtroopers from Force Awakens. I do want some Stormtroopers for Force Awakens. Might not be we get a whole army full, but it's the two-pack definitely. I had to kind of say, something. Focus on the main characters first, like I did with the originals, and then go back to Stormtroopers. I'm getting a Stormtrooper, I suppose, with Finn, my two-pack. But I'll not be able to get him till probably next year.
But
definitely my favourite figure, for us to round it all up, I suppose my favourite figures of this year that was released. I mean, I know they were kind of released to some people the end of last year, but my figure that I really got this year, my favourite, is definitely Han and Chewie of this year. I think Han and Chewie was a brilliant set. I think it was a brilliant set, and Chewie looked so good. I think Chewie looks so amazing. I just cannot wait for Force Awakens Chewie. I'm totally looking forward to that set. But anyway, your figures of this year, and round up the ones that you loved, the ones that you got, and the ones that you never managed to just have to turn down and say, you know, something I can't get it.
Well, my figures of this year, you know, I obviously got Jim after I got the Robocop 2-pack and that before I went away on holiday and stuff. He had me Han and Chewie, so I'd said to him, you know, initially, like, look Jim, I'm away on holiday, but when I come back I'm going to, like, put instalments to getting the Han and Chewie. So I already gave him, like, a wee bit of an instalment to begin with, and then when I come back I thought, right, I need to do this instalments again.
Was Han and Chewie your first figure of the year?
Han and Chewie was like, no, my first figures of the year, no, because I get Han and Chewie when I come back.
Oh, did you?
I get Han and Chewie when I come back for holiday.
Yeah.
Because remember, when I come back for holiday I get Han, Chewie and Luke. So
that was the only ones you've got so far.
But I get Robocop 2-pack way back.
Yeah.
I get that 2-pack way back. Remember, I picked them up way back.
That might be your first figures of the year.
That was my first figure.
Because I got the Robocop 2-pack just as but this time, like last year, as the year was ending, and that was my last.
That was your last, but I didn't pick them up until this year because there was just a lot of things going the last year and all that, and I didn't have the money to really get a lot of figures. The same with your situation as well. You didn't have a lot last year, so I thought to myself, you know, right, I'll get this 2-pack, get it out the road, got it out the road, and then I thought I'm getting a holiday, so I can't really buy a lot of figures because I've got to put a lot of money away, and I said to Jim, you know, is there a Han and Chewie 2-pack? And he's like, there is. It's a Han and Chewie 2-pack, and some guys now come in and picked it up, so I thought, excellent, it's like $350 is what the figure's going to be. So like, excellent. Came back for holiday, had a lot of money, paid the rent, paid the bills, whatnot, and then I just had money to spend. I went, well, do you know what, I'm going to get Han and Chewie. And Jim had Luke Skywalker, and I just went, well, do you know what, I've got like, I can't remember if it was 200 or something I had still left to pay on him, or 150. I think it was 150, and I went, well, do you know what, here's the last instalment of Han Chewie. Do you know what, give me Luke as well. Luke's like 210 or something, or 240 or something. Give me Luke as well, and I walked out of that A1 with Han, Chewie and Luke, and I was well chuffed, and Jim's like, man, Jim's like, that's impressive, man, you've just took a big chunk out of our collection we've got for you. And he's like, that's great, that's the boss kind of getting off my back. And I was like, well, no problem, Jim. I thought, you know, if I get them out the way, you know, that means you can hold me, man. So, oh, definitely. And then after that came Darth Vader.
Yeah, you got Vader.
After that came Darth Vader, and I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna buy him right out. I thought, I'm not going to beat about the bush. I'm just going to buy him right out, get him, that's him, done. Bought him.
Do you think you'll be able to get any more before the year's out? You think you'll be able to make it your Batman Returns?
My Batman Returns, definitely, because I don't know if I'm going to go up tomorrow or Thursday. I might leave it to Thursday since I've got like Geek Retreat on a Thursday night, which is Yu-Gi-Oh! So I'm going to book Glasgow, so I might pop into A1 when I'm up there, and maybe pop in and put the 120 down on Batman Returns to Jim. Go, here's the 120. There you go, Jim. All I need to do is come to you next month and put 200 quid, and then I can take my Batman Returns, and then it's an amazing Christmas present for me just to take away.
Yeah.
And that's like me getting an actual Christmas film.
Yeah.
Batman Returns.
I mean, definitely. We have done an unboxing on this show since you got Vader, and I think we
Right.
really want you to.
Well, if what you said is true, if my McCoy comes tomorrow for the old Star Trek Raffican figures that were released a way back in the early 2000s, if that comes in, which is a Hot Toys exclusive, Comic Con exclusive, if that comes in, there'll be an unboxing done of that, and then I've still got my Agents Mould and Scully, which was done for the mini-series.
Yeah.
And they've got the re-discs. I can do an unboxing of that and get that up as well, and then that's...
But in terms of Hot Toys, you haven't done a
But
Hot
in
Toy.
terms of Hot Toys, no, I've not done one since Vader, but once I get my Batman Returns, I'll get that before the end of the year, and then that'll be me. That'll be a pure excellent wee sending off to 2006. You know what I got at the end of 2006? I got my Batman Returns, and it's a Christmas film. Got it for just that month, man. Excellent. And then
definitely
into the next year, it'll be Obi-Wan and Leia, which can be got easily there to 10.
Yeah.
So I can easily get them easily.
What figures did you have to pass on this year? Did you have to say?
In terms of ones I had to pass on, unfortunately I had to pass on, which you're getting, which you forgot to mention, I had to pass on my Boba Fett.
Oh yes.
I had to pass on my Boba Fett, which was unfortunate, which you passed on your Deadpool, which I didn't. I said to Jim to get me a Deadpool, so Jim got me a Deadpool and didn't get you one. Yeah. Whereas you said,
and
Jim,
of course,
you said
Ray and Finn, you had to pass on them.
But they're in A1 the new, so if I take the Batman Returns line away, and if they're still there, I can always say to Jim, is there any chance, since I took them, can you put them in their place?
Superman, yeah.
My Superman, I missed out on him. But I can try
Batman,
but
armoured Batman.
But there's armoured Batman in A1, so...
Yeah, but you're never going to make that. Like, by the time you get that, you know, that's the last armoured Batman they've got in there. And you're talking about, by the time you get that, plus Jim might even be able to hold you Ray and Finn and an armoured Batman, that's too much.
But then
so one of them or two of them will have to, like...
But it depends on what I'm maybe interested in more, because if I go right the Batman, I might just go, you know what, Jim just told me the Batman now, and then you can hold
I can't wait for the Batman. I cannot wait for the Batman. I've got the Superman. Unfortunately, I think I've missed out on the Nightmare Batman, and he is way expensive. I've looked him up online. He's about $3. Even just a normal, even just the armoured Batman online is about 300 odd. And yet I walk into our local comic book store, A1 Comics, and it's there for like at least $240, $250 at the most, depending what it is.
I think it's like $240, $250.
I don't mind paying that. $240, $250, whatever. I'm not paying 370 odd. It's getting ridiculous. We discussed in the show before about prices of Hot Toys, and it's just absolutely ridiculous. And I'm not looking forward to what's coming of prices in 2017. But apart from that, I mean, my Batman set, my Batman 2-pack. I love that 2-pack. I thought it was amazing. I just couldn't wait to get my hands on it, and I just had to wait to blow it back in the summer and just said, you know something, that's going to be my summer set. I bought it in the summer, and I'm happy. I really am. It sits nicely with the other figures from 1989. Plus, it sits nicely with the Batmobile. Really does. I just want a penguin, as you know. But then, as I said, when I looked at they're the two 2-packs that I've bought this year. Yep. Is the Han and Chewie and the Batman. And I could have made Ray this year, but I have to take away. My next one's Boba Fett. I have to take him away first, and then next year I can focus on my next two packs next year, and that's Ray, BB-8, and Finn and Shock Trooper, and that'll be my 2 packs for next year. As I says, next year I'm hoping next summer to try and order us. I'm going to order it because I don't want to leave it any longer. When it comes to it being out, I'm going to get my hopefully special editions of Marty McFly and Doc Brown. I really am looking forward. But then we'll talk more about that on the next episode, part 2 of this. But definitely, as I says, if I had to come down to it and boil down to it, the ones that I'm looking forward to this year are the ones I really love this year. The ones I bought is definitely supposed to be as a Han and Chewie. I think they're the best.
Yep.
And that beats out of my Batman Returns, which I really love Batman Returns, but that's the best ones, best set I think I got this year. Best figures I think I got this year. But yeah. So anything else you can think of?
Nothing else.
For this year, just before we do part 2 of this.
Just the cool 2-packs that we have. Like, obviously you've got a 2-pack that I don't have yet, which I'm getting, which is obviously the Batman Returns. But I get a 2-pack which you also missed out because you never actually put yourself down for it as well, and that was the first 2-pack any of us got, and I was the first to get it, and that was the Captain America Winter Soldier,
that was
which was $260
Yeah.
back in the day, which was a great price.
Yeah.
I went up, bite the bullet, I just bought it that day. I just went, do you know what, I'm buying it that day. I bought it that day, and I think I also bought Winter Soldier that day as well on Blu-ray, the day I got the figures. And I came down the road, and I went, I've got the film in Blu-ray, and I've got 2 figures. What amazing. I missed it obviously on the actual villain, the Winter Soldier, but I can get him because I checked him online. He's a reasonable price, so I can pick him up. The figures are just amazing, nice. You missed it, but I said to you as well, you never missed it on the actual Captain America, the first Avenger, because there's so many good prices online right now. He's like 150, 160 quid, and I've told you, get your first Marvel figure. I know. Get your first Marvel figure.
Some of the things I'm just gonna have to turn down. I really cannot. If I'm doing Star Wars, I just have to turn down Marvel. I'm really gonna have to, because Marvel, I've left it too long. You've started. I've left it too long, and it's just building up. There's hundreds of them, all different ones. And so I've left it.
Just make a start. Just get something.
Nah, I've made a start. I've decided I'm not going to do Marvel, and I'll focus on some of my DC ones, like obviously Man of Steel, new DC kind of universe, Batman v Superman, and I'm even going to go for Suicide Squad. But anyway, guys, that's it for all the figures we loved and we got in 2016.
Yep.
Hopefully, stay tuned for next week's episode when we will be discussing part 2 of figures we're looking forward to in 2017. Yep. Anyway, guys, that's it. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.